here, the Nokia Lumia 2520. This is Nokia's first Windows tablet and possibly its last, depending on when Microsoft's acquisition of Nokia closes. So first things first, this is a competitor, or you can call it an alternative to Microsoft's Surface 2 tablet, just in that this runs Windows RT. But as you can see, Nokia has a very different design sensibility than Microsoft, whereas Microsoft's tablet was made of metal, very chunky, not chunky, but very sort of geometric in its design, very angular. This is curvy where Microsoft's tablet is angular. This is thin where it's thick. It's actually as thin can be at 8.9 millimeters thick. So it's thin, comes in bright colors, red, white, black, and cyan. And that's actually important because the different colors have different textures. See, I got one of the glossy models. The red and white ones are glossy, and the black and blue have more of a matte finish. And I actually would have been curious to test out one of those just because, as you can see, as arresting as this red color is, it picks up fingerprints like no other. I've already had to spend a lot of time wiping it down, so you might not have time for that either, so keep that in mind as you're picking out what color you want. Other than that, it's, as you can see, just a very clean, modern-looking tablet. You will notice some branding, especially if you buy it off of a carrier. As you can see, the NFC area is very clearly labeled. There's a 6.7 megapixel camera here, and interestingly, it's the same camera that was used on the Lumia 720 phone. You'll see that you have both a headphone jack and a similar looking power port. I have not had to recharge this very often, by the way. Squeezed into this tiny little body is an 8,000 milliamp battery, and I got 13.5 hours of video playback in our test, which is about an hour short of the Surface 2. Here you've got docking connectors. You can see you've got the little pins here, and this will work with an optional $149 power keyboard. So it's a keyboard that also brings 2 USB ports and 5 extra hours of battery life. So as you can see here, we have an absolutely stunning display. This is a 10.1-inch display with 1080p resolution, and best of all, the brightness is rated at 650 nits, which is bright for any tablet, and especially useful if you want to use this in a wide variety of conditions. I happen to be under some standard office fluorescent lighting right now, and the tablet just wins. I mean, I can put it on my legs here, I can put it on the table, and I have no problem reading. And it's good news for me because I actually am not in possession of the optional keyboard right now, or yet. So right now that's the best I can do if I want to watch videos. So know that even if you don't get the keyboard, you're going to enjoy some really good viewing angles. As you can see, it's crisp too, just very little, no pixelation. Everything is just very sharp. In terms of performance, there's a top-of-the-line Snapdragon 800 chip inside, the same that you'll find on high-end smartphones, and so far the performance has served me very well. I have no problem here just maneuvering through menus, opening apps, toggling through apps. The Surface 2 has a Tegra 4 chip inside, and really it's the best of the best versus the best of the best. You're going to get top-notch performance on either one, including this one. This runs Windows RT, specifically Windows 8.1 RT, same as the Surface 2. And you're going to find just these same trappings as the Surface 2, and many of the same trappings that you'll find on the full version of Windows 8.1. So for instance, you're going to find all the new apps that were included in Windows 8.1. That includes food and drink, health and fitness, and others. And Nokia also threw in some apps of its own that you're obviously not going to find on the Surface 2. So that includes Nokia Camera, Nokia Music, Nokia Storyteller, Nokia Video Director. The desktop is something you're going to have to find by searching for it. There's not actually a tile for it anymore, but just know that it's still there. So there is a desktop. As always, Microsoft Office is pinned there. Nothing new to see. It's the same desktop. You just don't have a tile for it anymore. So that's been my deeper dive in the Nokia Lumia 2520. It'll be available this week unlocked for $500. If you're shopping in the US on a cellular carrier, you're going to find it on AT&T and Verizon for $400 with a contract. Either way, great piece of hardware. As you can see, thin, light, easy to hold, beautiful display, really long battery life. You're going to have a tough choice if you're choosing between this and the Surface 2. So it depends on your priorities in terms of the kickstand and the USB port and all of that. But all told, great hardware, just like you would expect from Nokia.